In this question, we have a line that's passing through points AB, and we also have a line with the equation given by 3y, which is equals to 4 minus 2x. And what you're required to do here is to check whether line L is parallel to the line that passes through AB. Now, the first step that you have to remember is that parallel lines have the same gradient. So parallel lines have same gradient. So that's basically what you're going to do. You're going to check that these two lines have the same gradient. Now let's start with line L. Now what you need to do is we need to rewrite line L in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. And the reason is because when you do that here, m represents the gradient of the line. And that is the parameter that we are interested in here. If you can be able to determine the gradient of this line, then we'll be able to know whether these two lines are parallel. So starting with the line L, we have 3y is equals to 4 minus 2x. So I'm just going to swap these two numbers. So 3y will be equal to negative 2x plus 4. And then you divide both sides by 3. So we divide both sides by 3. And then we shall end up with y is equals to negative 2 over 3x plus 4 over 3. And you can clearly see here that our gradient will be equal to negative 2 over 3. So you can say that gradient of line L is equal to negative 2 over 3. Okay, so we have that. We also need to be able to determine the gradient of line AB. So here we can work out gradient of line AB. Now, we know from the formula of gradients that if this point here is x1 and this is y1 and this is x2, y2, then the gradient through those 2 points will be given by y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. This is just the formula for gradient of a line. So if you plug in those points, you'll end up with 3 minus negative 1 over 1 minus 2, and this will be equal to 4 over 3. Now obviously if you compare these two, you can see that they don't have the same gradient. So we can say that the two lines are not parallel since the gradient of line L is not equal to the gradient of line AB. So we can say the two lines are not parallel since the gradient of line AB. So since the gradient of line L is not equal to the gradient of line AB. That's it. Okay, question 4. Find an equation of the line that is parallel to the line y is equals to 4 minus 2x and passes through the point 37. Now, obviously, looking at this equation that you're given, we can see here that negative 2 here is the gradient of this line. And then our line is passing through this point. I'll just label this point x1, y1. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is we can use the equation of a line and the point slope formula. So the equation of a line is given by the equation of a line in point slope form is given by y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus xy. Yeah. So this is called a point slope formula, form of equation of a line. So basically what we can do here is to plug in the coordinates and the gradient. So we'll end up with y minus 7 is equals to negative 2 into x minus 3. And then you just, simplify that equation. So we'll end up with y minus 7 is equals to negative 2x plus 6, or y is equals to negative 2x plus 6 plus 7. That will be y is equals to negative 2x plus 13.